And good morning, everybody. It is 6 o'clock, and I'm starting something new today. We are doing Dad Bod Daily. So, with Dad Bod Daily, the whole plan is to talk about new and exciting topics every morning. And I'm all dressed up for my workout because I always do my workout afterwards. If this is the first time you're seeing this, be sure to like the page, share it, let other people know about it, help us spread the word. If you're not part of our fitness group, be sure to join the group. If you're not sure where the group is, drop me a comment and I will share it with you. I'll share the link. All right, guys. So today I was talking about how we're going to talk about the book Freedom to Focus, which is by Michael Hyatt. I talked to you guys yesterday about Michael. Now I use a Kindle for everything. I don't have an actual physical book for this, but I thought I would show it to you here and explain a little bit about it. So I'm going to go through some of the stuff here. So for the next few sessions, next few days here, we're going to talk a little bit about freedom to focus. How's everybody doing today? Is everybody having a good day? Drop me a comment and let me know how your day's going. It's nice and early. We got some nice weather. Everything great's going on here. It's been sunny and cool because it's autumn. Let me just read to you who Michael Hyatt is so that you guys have an idea who he is. Michael Hyatt is the founder and CEO of Michael Hyatt Company, a leadership and coaching development firm twice listed in the Inc. 5000 list of fastest growing U.S. companies. A longtime publishing executive, Michael is the former chairman and CEO of Thomas Nielsen, now part of HarperCollins. He is a New York Times, Wall Street Journal, and USA Today best-selling author of several books, including Your Best Year Ever, Living Forward, and Platform, Getting Noticed in a Noisy World. He is also the creator of the Full Focus Planner, which brings us to what we are talking about here today. So the book is called Free to Focus, and it's based on the system of his planner. So let me open this up here. So this is what I was wanting. So, like I say, I was talking the other day about the problems that people that I've talked to are having with achieving their fitness goals, and the thing that keeps on coming up again and again and again and again is, in fact, having time to get your exercise in, to get your workout in, and that's definitely true with parents, dads in particular. We have tons and tons to do. We've got work, we've got family life, we've got the kids. The kids all have sports and Cub Scouts and after school activities and things like that. So you got all this difficulty with trying to fit so much in. So what do you do when you're having all these challenges getting all this stuff fit in? And one of the things that really helped me was this book. I got it. It says it was published back in 2019, which is probably about the time that I got it. So it's probably been. So I guess that's probably been about 4 years ago. And then I also got his journal around the same time. So I've had a full focus planner for years. I've got a whole bunch of them down in the basement that I filled out. They're a quarterly planner. And the whole overall gestalt of freedom to focus is this whole idea of finding what's important and working on what's important and focusing on what's important. It's funny. I really agree with Michael Hyatt's philosophy because it's advertised as or put out there. The book was put out there as a productivity system. And most productivity systems, the idea behind most productivity systems is kind of putting together ways to do things faster, 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 faster. How to write emails faster, how to have meetings faster, how to do everything faster, faster, faster. And Hyatt's kind of overall idea is more along the lines of pruning the things that you don't need, and then delegating the things that you do need to get done, and really focusing on the things that you need to get right, and focusing on the stuff that only you can do, and then doing those things very mindfully and doing the best that you can at those things. So to start out the book, it's basically broken up into three chunks. And he starts out kind of talking about how difficult the world is today because there's so many distractions and there's so much stuff going on. They say it's the distraction economy, which I guess I'm part of because I'm doing the live stream and podcasts and all that kind of stuff right now. But the whole idea is we're just bombarded daily with all kinds of different stimulus, from your phone, Netflix, all the stuff that's coming at you all the time, wanting your attention. So I found there's this quote in here that I thought was great when he's talking about the distraction economy, which is kind of the world that we're in today. So it says here, one speaker, Herbert Simon, was a Carnegie Mellon professor of computer science and psychology who later won a Nobel Prize for his work in economics. In his presentation, now this was back in the 70s, in his presentation, he warned that the growth of information would become a burden. Why? Information, this is quote from him, information consumes the attention of its recipients, he explained, and a wealth of information creates a poverty of attention, which is exactly the world that we're living in today. We are living in kind of this, we have kind of a focus poverty, which is kind of what Hyatt puts forward in fundamentally in his book. That's kind of the concept that we have here, and so what he's describing throughout the book isn't how to do things faster, how to have meetings faster, how to make phone calls faster, how to write emails faster, how to write blog posts faster, how to do it's more along the lines of finding what's really important, finding what you really need to focus on, and then focusing on those very well. And he talks about all the distractions, and so this is how the book kind of opens with all the distractions and everything that's going on around us and how difficult things are. And he talks about he's got some great imagery about the Red Queen and how you have to constantly. So the quote from the Red Queen in Alice in Wonderland, which is one of my favorite quotes, I've heard it in a lot of different scenarios. The pace of work as the distraction economy can be relentless. Often do you feel like Alice, running as fast as you can just to stay in one place. That's what the Red Queen would say. The Red Queen would say, in my world, you have to run as fast as you can just to stay in one place, which is, and you have to go twice as fast to get ahead. So there's this constant idea, and so his idea, another quote here, the most productive business leaders I coach recognize productivity is not about getting more things done, it's about getting the right things done. It's about starting each day with clarity and ending with a sense of satisfaction, accomplishment, and energy to spare. It's about achieving more by doing less. And this book shows you how. So that's what this book is about. It's broken out into 3 parts, and we're going to cover all 3 coming up. So step 1 is to stop. So there's a whole section in stopping and analyzing what you're doing. Step 2 is to cut, which is where you get rid of the stuff that you're working on right now, where you get rid of you get rid of all of the distractions and learn what to do with them, and then the next is to act. So you figure out what to do with the stuff that you're working on. So those are kind of the 3 parts. The whole idea, again, productivity is not about getting more done. It's about getting the right things done. That's kind of the overall idea. Learning how to fit things in, learning how to work things together. And then step 1 will be stop. We're going to talk about that more tomorrow. Step 2 is to cut. We'll talk about that on Thursday. And step 3 is to act. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you got something out of this. I hope you enjoyed your Dad Bod Daily. And we will be back tomorrow with more Dad Bod. Please be sure to like, share the video, let people know about it. I'll also be releasing this as a blog and a podcast. So I hope you get a chance to check it out. And until I see you guys tomorrow, have a great rest of your day. Get to your workout. Get your workout done. Get it in. That's one of the right things you need to be doing. Even if it's just 10, 15 minutes of walking, do something. Do the smallest thing to get something done. I'm going to, as soon as I close this out, I'm going to do my workout right now. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.